Hello students, welcome to ICSE Board Class 10 Biology, episode 3.2.2. We are with the excretory system. So far we have already seen introduction, definition of egestion, excretion, nitrogen waste products that are being given out by the living organisms, accessory excretory organs. And in humans we are going to talk about the excretory organ system that includes kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. In this episode we are going to talk about external and internal structure of kidney as well as nephron. So let us see about the external and internal structure of kidney first. Kidney. Mammals possess a pair of two dark red bean-shaped kidneys located in the abdomen, one on the either side of the vertebral column in front of the last two pairs of ribs known as floating ribs, and they are protecting the kidney. Right kidney is slightly lower than the left one. This is because the right side of the abdomen is occupied by the liver. Each kidney is about 10 to 13 cm long and 2.5 to 4 cm wide. It is covered by a layer of fibrous connective tissue called renal capsule. There is a layer of fat called renal fat around the capsule which acts as a cushion. The outer surface is convex while the inner surface is concave. The inner surface has a deep notch called hilus. Through this renal artery, renal vein and nerve enters while ureter exits. So ureter comes out from the notch-like structure called hilus. Let us see the structure. So this is the structure of the kidney. So I have drawn the internal structure as well. The external structure is pretty simple. The external structure, right kidney is slightly lower, left kidney is little bit higher. Inside, renal artery is entering. Renal artery is coming from the dorsal aorta. After supplying the oxygenated blood to the kidney, it collects the deoxygenated blood through renal vein and it comes out and combines with the inferior vena cava. The filter, that is the filtrate urine, is being collected by the funnel shaped structure known as renal pelvis and it is brought down to the ureter. So here our renal artery is supplying oxygenated blood but impure because it contains nitrogenous waste materials like urea, uric acid, creatinine, large amount of minerals. It enters, the kidney filters the blood and whatever filtrate is there is being carried by the funnel shaped structure known as renal pelvis, and renal pelvis will carry the urine into the ureter, while the blood which is being filtered, which is being purified by removal of nitrogenous waste materials, is then brought back to the renal vein, and the renal vein will go and combine with inferior vena cava and then it is supplied to the heart. So this is what the structure looks like. Let us move on to the anatomy of kidney. Anatomy of kidney. Longitudinal section shows three regions. Number 1 cortex, number 2 medulla and number 3 renal pelvis. Cortex, it is a peripheral dark reddish brown region which contains glomerulus, Bowman capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule and the collecting tubule of the nephron. So which part? Now first of all you must be wondering what is nephron. Nephron is the basic unit. It has got structure and it has function. So nephron is the basic structural and functional unit of kidney or excretory system. What is nephron? Nephron is a basic structural and functional unit of excretory system, or you can say kidney, and nephron has 5 parts. Out of that 5 parts, whatever I have mentioned here, Bowman capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule and collecting tubule, all of them are lying in which region? In which region of the kidney? In the cortex region of the kidney. while the rest part, that is Henle's loop and collecting duct of nephron. So you will come to know about the structure of nephron which is written in the light blue color, those are the structure of nephron. Let me underline: Bowman capsule, proximal colloid tubule, distal colloid tubule, collecting tubule of the nephron, loop of Henle, and the collecting duct of nephron. So these are the parts of what? Nephron. What are nephrons? Nephrons are the basic structure functional unit of kidney. So some of the parts of the nephrons are lying in the cortex, and some of the part of the nephrons are lying in the medulla. Which parts of the nephrons are lying in the cortex? Bowman capsule, proximal colloid tubule, distal colloid tubule, and collecting tubule of nephron. Which part lies in the medulla? Medulla is the central light area which contains loop of Henle and collecting duct of nephron. Now, as you see the internal structure, you will come to know about the medulla part, which is having renal pyramids. So these are all renal pyramids. These are all renal pyramids. What you are seeing on the screen, the pink structure that what I am drawing right now, are the renal pyramids. So these are the renal pyramids. And if you see the base, this is the base of the pyramid is facing towards the cortex. So this part is cortex, while this part is medulla. So in the medulla is consisting of what? The medulla is consisting of renal pyramids. Pyramids are having the triangular shaped structure. This is the base and this is the apex. So apex is towards the hilum. Apex is towards the hilum, while the base is towards the cortex. So they will be asking you the 1 mark question related to the characteristics of renal pyramid. So the characteristics of renal pyramid is what? The characteristics of renal pyramid is the base is lying towards the cortex and the apex is lying towards the hilus. So you have to be very careful with such type of things, because it might not be given in the textbook, but these are the general things that you require to know for the objective type of questions that are likely to be asked in board examination. So medulla contains renal pyramids and the base is towards the cortex, while the apex is towards the hilus. Each pyramid terminates into a renal papilla. So the base is towards the cortex and the apex is towards the hilus. So that means the pyramid apex is talking about it. They are talking about what? The terminates means what? So this part. So this is the cortex, and here like this. So this is the base of the pyramid. This region where the pyramids are lying is a medullary region, and this is the apex. Apex means the tip, and it is ending with what? It is ending with the renal papillae. So once again, this is the pyramid. So this is the base, this is the apex. Apex of the renal pyramid is having like this, papillae are there, and these papillae unites together to form minor calyces. Minor calyces unites together to form major calyces. So let us see here. So here if you see here if you see, I am taking one pyramid, I am taking this pyramid. So this pyramid, so this is the base, this part is the apex, so this is the base, this part is apex, and the apex is ending with what? The apex is ending with the renal papillae, and these papillae are opening into minor calyces. Minor calyces unites together to form. So these are the minor calyces. Can you see here? Yes, these are the minor calyces. This. So if I remove this one, then you will be seeing minor calyces. So minor calyces, these are the minor calyces. This one. These all minor calyces are uniting together to form major calyces. This is the major calyces. So round about 5 to 7 major calyces are there. These major calyces are then combining together to form the funnel shaped structure, which is known as renal pelvis. So renal pelvis is a funnel shaped structure which opens into the ureter. So whatever urine is being formed by the renal papillae is collected by the minor calyces, from the minor calyces to major calyces, and from the major calyces it enters into the renal pelvis. Renal pelvis collects the urine and then pass it to the ureter. So here there is a function of renal pelvis. What is the function of renal pelvis? The function of renal pelvis is to collect the urine. What is the function of renal pelvis? The function of renal pelvis is to collect the urine. That is the important function of renal pelvis. Let us move on to the next one. The papillae of the pyramids projects into renal pelvis. The cortex substance extends and forms a column of Bertini between the pyramids. So if you again see the diagram, then this part, this one, between the pyramids, the region between the pyramids are known as column of Bertini. So this is column of Bertini. These are, so cortex, this region is a cortex region, and the cortex is extended between the pyramids. So cortex is extended between the pyramids, and that is giving the support to the renal pyramids, the cortex, and that part is known as column of Bertini. Renal pelvis, the third region, renal pelvis. It is a large funnel-shaped space behind the medulla region, which projection called calycis, and the urine is collected in the renal funnel-shaped renal pelvis and pass it down to the ureters. So this is all about the external and internal structure of the kidney. In the previous episode, if you want to go through it, please go through it so that you can see the diagram of the external structure of just the figure of the external structure of kidney or excretory system. Here we have seen about the anatomy of the kidney, that is a longitudinal section, and now we are going to go to the nephrons. Now nephrons are what? Another name of nephrons is uniferous tubules, uriniferous tubules, kidney tubules, right? So these are the another name of nephron. So nephron का दूसरा नाम क्या है? Uriniferous tubules or the kidney tubules. So what is another name of nephrons? You can say uriniferous tubules or you can say kidney tubules. Both are same. So sometimes they ask, what are uriniferous tubules? Then uriniferous tubules are the basic structural functional unit of kidney, or you can say kidney tubules, because they are the tube-like structures, hollow tube-like structures. There is a space which carries the urine after filtering the blood. Okay. The major calycis opens in a funnel-shaped renal pelvis, which opens into the ureter, and there are about 1 million nephrons each. How many nephrons are there in each kidney? 1 million nephrons are there in each kidney. Each nephron is coiled tube-like structure of about 3 cm and with a width of 20 to 60 micrometer. There has, or you can say it has, two main parts, the Malpighian body and the renal tubule. A Malpighian body is a cup-shaped structure which consists of, show you here, Malpighian body is a cup-shaped structure. So this one is a Bowman capsule, and inside there is a tuft of capillaries, and which comes out. So this one is blood vessel entering into the cup-like structure known as Bowman capsule, and that is going to form the tuft of capillaries or a knot of capillaries which comes out after filtering. So this cup-like structure is a part of nephron, but this part which includes Bowman capsule as well as the tuft of capillaries. Okay, let me tell you that tuft of capillaries is known as, okay, once again I am drawing it. So this one is the Bowman capsule. What is entering inside? Blood vessel. What is it going to form? Capillaries, tuft of capillaries. Then it comes out. This tuft of capillaries is known as glomerulus. Glomerulus and Bowman capsule together is known as Malpighian body. So what is Malpighian body? Malpighian body is a collective term used for glomerulus and Bowman capsule. Now glomerulus is not a part of nephron, but Bowman capsule followed by proximal convoluted tubule. All the tubules that what you heard are the renal tubules. Proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loop, distal convoluted tubule, collecting duct. These are all part of the nephron. So we'll see one by one. So first of all, let us see the diagram here. So here this is the kidney, and this is what the nephron is. See, nephron. Let me zoom in. So this is what the nephron looks like. The nephron is like this, cup-shaped structure known as Bowman capsule, followed by a tubule which is very much close to the Bowman capsule, is known as proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal का मतलब होता है नज़दीक. Bowman capsule के नज़दीक जो ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है उसे कहते हैं proximal convoluted tubule. It is followed by the thin loop like structure known as Henle's loop, or you can say loop of Henle, and then afterwards a thick tube like structure known as distal tubule. वो दूर है, Bowman capsule से दूर है, और साथ में collecting tubule आ जाएगा. Collecting tubule and distal tubule both are together, and the last one is collecting duct, which is collecting urine and then passes into the renal pelvis to ureter, and then from ureter to urinary bladder, and from urinary bladder to out of the body. So this is how the process is occurring. Okay, anyway, we'll see that process of formation of urine afterwards, but let us talk about the nephron. Now see, I'm zooming it. Now what is happening here, if you check it out once again, you will see here renal artery. From where the renal artery is entering? The renal artery is entering from the dorsal aorta. What is the function? The function of renal artery is to supply oxygenated blood along with the impurities like nitrogenous waste materials, urea, uric acid, creatinine, phosphate, then high amount of minerals. So it all, renal artery possesses all these type of things. So this renal artery enters into the kidney and it divides into millions of afferent arterioles. So it is dividing into millions of afferent arterioles because there are millions of nephrons. In each nephron the arteriole enters. This arteriole enters and it forms a glomerulus. You can see here how the glomerulus forms, and then it comes out and it forms a network of capillaries surrounding the whole nephron. So that capillaries which is coming out from the afferent arteriole as efferent arteriole is known as पेरिटिब्युलर कैपिलरीज. मैं बताता हूँ फिर से बेटा, यहाँ पे, हाँ यहाँ पर. तो ये हमारा कप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है, ये हमारा प्रॉक्सिमल कॉर्नर टिब्यूल, ये हमारा लूप ऑफ हेनली, और यहाँ से करते करते नीचे जाएगा. जो रीनल आर्टरी आती है वो रीनल आर्टरी अंदर गई, कैपिलरीज में डिवाइड किया, बराबर. तो रीनल आर्टरी जो अंदर आती है वो डिवाइड हो जाएगी एफरेंट आर्टरियोल में, यहाँ पे ग्लोमेरुलस में डिवाइड होगी, फर्दर वापस यूनाइट होगी इफरेंट आर्टरियोल में, और इफरेंट आर्टरियोल रीनल वेन बनने से पहले पूरा का पूरा नेफ्रॉन को सराउंड कर देगी, बराबर. अभी क्यों सराउंड करती है वो बाद में बताता हूँ क्यों होगा ये सब, बराबर. वो फॉर्मेशन ऑफ यूरिन में आएगा, बराबर. सो हियर this is what the structure of nephron looks like. Now see once again, this is Bowman capsule followed by proximal corneal tubule, then loop of Henle to, so loop of Henle to distal corneal tubule, distal corneal to collecting tubule to collecting duct, and then it collects the urine and pass it to the renal pelvis to the ureter. While the capillaries which are entering inside the Bowman capsule combines to form referent arteriole, and efferent arteriole then comes out to form renal vein. See the arrow. So आर्टरी अंदर गई, डिवाइड हो गई एफरेंट आर्टियोल में, एफरेंट आर्टियोल से फिर वहाँ पे जाती है कहाँ पर, सीधा जाएगी बोमेन कैप्सूल के अंदर. क्या बनाएगी? कैपिलरीज. क्या नाम है? ग्लोमेरुलस. बाहर आएगी, क्या नाम है? इफरेंट आर्टियोल. इफरेंट आर्टियोल रीनल वेन बनाती है? नहीं, इफरेंट आर्टियोल पूरे नेफ्रॉन को घेर लेगी. इट विल बी फॉर्मिंग अ नेटवर्क अराउंड the whole of the nephron, which is known as peritubular capillaries, and then it unites to form renal vein, and the renal vein then combines with the inferior vena cava. We'll study this one once again when we study about the formation of urine. So Malpighian body consists of cup-shaped Bowman capsule and a network of capillaries called glomerulus. Glomerulus receives blood from the afferent arteriole and moves out through efferent arteriole. The diameter of afferent arteriole is greater than the diameter of efferent arteriole. Lumen of the efferent arteriole is narrow, while the lumen of the afferent arteriole is broad. The Bowman leads to the small neck which opens into a renal tubule which is coiled in the cortex, and it is known as proximal corneal tubule (PCT), and it leads to the loop of Henle. This can be distinguished in a descending limb, the medullary region, and the ascending limb. The ascending limb then opens into distal convoluted tubule. So this is what it looks like. See, this is the Malpighian body. So suppose in examination they will ask you to draw a diagram, draw the diagram of Malpighian body, then this is the diagram that you have to draw for the Malpighian. This is a cup-shaped structure. This one is the afferent arteriole forming the tuft of capillaries known as glomerular capillaries and comes out at efferent arteriole. From here the glomerular filtrate, which is finally forming urine, enters into the proximal convoluted tubule. So this is the diagram. This you don't have to remember each and every name, but you can go for afferent arteriole, efferent arteriole, glomerular capillaries, then Bowman capsule, and proximal convoluted tubule. That's it. Only these namings you should write, you should mention in your labeled diagram. Let us move. DCT of many nephrons open into the collecting ducts, which open into the larger ducts that runs through the renal pyramids and open in the renal pelvis. The point where the tubule contacts afferent arteriole, that in the renal capsule, is called medulla, or you can it called macula densa. तो उसे क्या कहते हैं, मैक्यूला डेंसा। मैक्यूला डेंसा क्या है, जहाँ पर एफरेंट आर्टरियोल का कांटेक्ट होता है ट्यूब्यूल्स के साथ, पॉइंट वेयर द ट्यूब्यूल कॉन्टैक्ट्स एफरेंट आर्टरियोल, समझ में आया, उस पॉइंट को क्या कहते हैं, उस पॉइंट को कहते हैं मैक्यूला डेंसा। द एफरेंट आर्टरियोल ब्रेक्स इनटू कैपिलरीज अराउंड द ट्यूब्यूल्स नोन एज पेरिट्यूबुलर कैपिलरीज। द कैपिलरीज सराउंडिंग द लूप ऑफ हेनले आर कॉल्ड वासा रेक्टा। ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। वासा रेक्टा क्या है, अगर वही कैपिलरीज पेरिट्यूबुलर कैपिलरीज अगर वो हेनलेस लूप के पास में है तो उसे कहते हैं वासा रेक्टा। एंड फंक्शन क्या है उसका, रीएब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ आयंस एंड यूरिया। अगर यूरिया बाहर निकल गया तो उसको वापस एब्जॉर्ब कर लेना है। द वॉल्स ऑफ द बॉमेन कैप्सूल आर सिंगल लेयर ऑफ स्क्वामस एपिथेलियम। द रिमेनिंग पार्ट्स ऑफ द नेफ्रॉन हैव हाईली स्पेशलाइज्ड सेल्स इन अ सिंगल लेयर। देखो वापिस सिंगल लेयर का नेफ्रॉन है रिमेनिंग पार्ट में, तो वो आसान हो जाता है डिफ्यूजन करने के लिए, एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए, पैसिव ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए, यानी कि एक्सचेंज करने के लिए। हमने ऑलरेडी कैपिलरीज के बारे में पढ़ा है। कैपिलरीज आर वन सेल थिक, कैपिलरीज वन सेल थिक, इसलिए क्या पॉसिबल है, उसका एक्सचेंज पॉसिबल है। वन सेल थिक है कैपिलरीज, उसका मतलब थीन है, इसलिए एक्सचेंज पॉसिबल है। तो यहाँ पर भी नेफ्रॉन्स कैसा है, वन सिंगल लेयर थिक, वन सेल थिक, इसलिए एक्सचेंज उसका पॉसिबल है। सो दैट मेक्स द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ यूरिन वेरी एफिशिएंट। So this is all about the external and internal structure of kidney as well as the structure of nephron. So please see the video one or twice to get through it very clearly. If you have any doubts or any sort of questions, please let me know. Thank you guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next episode.